Hi, we're Broc and Emily. Welcome to the TNT podcast, where we tackle everything that makes life explosive. Boom. Are you going to do that every episode?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just got back from a week away without children in Cancun for a friend of ours who they got married out there. So we're just going to talk a little bit about that. I have being around a wedding, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
That I'm curious. And I have not given you these questions ahead of time, so correct. I apologize. But yeah, we had a great time. We haven't actually done a trip without kids that wasn't softball related or in the state of Arizona. We haven't done that in at least 5 years, if not our honeymoon, right?
I believe it.
Have we? I mean,
I'm not sure. I can't recollect
Chicago
when it is.
Was with the kids. Yeah. South Carolina.
A lot of our travel has been with the kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of our getaways are kid or sports involved, and it's the way our life has been. So this was definitely a nice change of pace for us.
Yeah.
So
it was good. We had a great time.
We had a good time. Yeah, a great time.
What was that?
No, I had a good time. Obviously, I was still on crutches. I was still in a knee brace. It was rough. It was good stuff. Obviously limited to what I could do. Couldn't play in the pool, couldn't go in the beach. Felt like I was also restricting you and a lot of your activities that you wanted to do. Time. You were also pushing me around in a wheelchair the whole time, and it was all uphill, it seemed like to me. So I know she was working out, as we were calling it, all weekend, just pushing me around. So I know it wasn't the funnest trip with that involved.
I was fine,
but that's what it felt like to me. But it was a good time. It was great weather. We had some good time alone. It was relaxing. Yeah,
I relaxed a lot. It was one of those trips where legitimately I did not have my phone on me, and I didn't take any I mean, we took some and we got pictures from other people, but like 100% raw and real, I just didn't have my phone on me because I was just there in the moment with you, really just relaxing for the first time. And
almost.
Yeah, my brain was shut off in more ways than one. It was nice. It was a nice vacation. So a little rough coming back, just work piling up, but we're catching up a little bit and getting back into the groove. So it's always tough coming back from vacation for a multitude of reasons. You know, I didn't go to the gym for a week, but I felt like I went to the gym because I was pushing his booty around.
But you knew mentally that you really didn't, is where you feel.
Yeah.
Is what it seems like.
We ate a lot.
We ate well. Yeah, it was an all-inclusive.
Yeah. So. I actually drank a little bit, which I haven't drank in, almost 2 years, I would say. Maybe a year and 10 months or so I haven't really drank. So that was interesting. Just feeling what drinking again, or I used to be able to drink a lot, and now...
After a 2-year hiatus,
3 or 4 drinks, I'm on my booty. So it was interesting because I was a heavy drinker before, and it's weird for me to get a buzz off of 2 drinks. That's normal. That's what normal people do. So it was good. I felt much more rejuvenated coming back.
Nice.
Than I thought I was going to. Traveling kind of stresses me out sometimes, especially we were in Mexico, which not really my favorite place to travel, especially given the climate of politics right now. I just get anxious about that stuff. So, but yeah, it was a lot more relaxing than I thought it was going to be. It was good. And the wedding was amazing. They did a great job, which brings me to my question for you. And I was thinking about this as I was driving home this morning. One, and we've talked about this before.
Okay.
If you could get married again, would you? I just thought about that, and I was curious.
You mean...
Well, to me, of course.
Okay, good. Thanks for clarifying.
Like, would you... Because I feel like we did everything out of order. We had 2 kids.
Sure.
And for us, that was just kind of the theoretical next step with where we were at that point. But I'm curious, if you could go back, would you not have the wedding and the ceremony, but would you actually...
See, I just think that the next step for us would just be obviously renewing the vows kind of thing.
I'm talking about, I'm looking backwards though.
I know, forward. And I don't know, it's hard to look backwards because I think everything we've done, although maybe incorrectly by some standards, has worked for us. We know that to be all the way down to the dynamics of our house, on our day-to-day activities is different than everybody else's almost.
I guess my question is around, because I know there's a lot of speculation nowadays about this marital union, you know, like marriage is not seen the way that it used to be.
So would we still get married?
Yes.
Yes.
I would too. I was just curious. Okay. Because, you know, I feel like our relationship is very special. And we have a lot of couple friends, and we see how people communicate and operate. And everyone's relationship's a little bit different. But I believe that your and my relationship I think we're different, you know, and I think that we have the tough talks. And I don't feel like a lot of people do that now. They don't honor and respect that marital union and what it all means. And so I was just curious if, you know, like, if you could go back 12 years, would you have proposed to me before we got pregnant? And would you do it all over again? Would you get married again?
I don't know if I could have proposed to you any sooner.
I would have said no. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
No, I mean, it's really weird that, I mean, just that we're here 13 years later kind of thing.
That's mind-blowing.
So, exactly. So that's why it's like, it's awesome. Yes, I would do it all the same.
Okay. So if you could go back and do your wedding all over again, because we had a huge wedding. 148 people. We tapped that 150 out pretty close. I am curious if you would do it all the same, or what would you do differently, if anything? Because we all know I had a rough wedding day.
I maybe would have danced with you a little more.
You won't even dance with me
now. I know. I don't dance well at all. So that's one thing. But I don't know. From what I know, is our wedding was great. I mean, but it was like, it was one of the larger weddings. It was one of those things where we don't remember who was there sometimes. Like, I know my immediate family was there. I know our close friends were there. Couldn't tell you what I said to them. So it was like, that was kind of the cool thing about this wedding in Cancun.
It was really cool.
And the size of the wedding was great. It was so cool to get to know everybody there. But like, at the same time, everybody at our wedding, we already knew, and they all just came together kind of thing. So that, like, but I don't remember it. Yeah. So it's
because it was so long ago.
But it happened pretty quickly the whole night and ceremony and everything. And there's so many people that you talk to, and it goes fast.
I thought the really cool thing, and there was actually a speaker who touched on this, was almost everybody was there by Saturday. We got to spend Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with everyone in the wedding party. And so when we went to the wedding, we knew everyone's name, and we knew the stories, and we knew the relations. And I thought that was literally the coolest thing ever. Yeah. To be at a wedding where you got to know everybody there. And I don't feel like I got a chance to talk to anybody at my wedding because there were so many damn people. Yeah. So I feel like, for me at least, if I could go back and redo it, I would have a smaller wedding.
Sure.
Like under 50 people. Yeah. Because it means more. You know, it means more to remember who was there and be able to have those conversations. And I definitely didn't feel like I had that. You could go slower
with less people.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's also the things I'm realizing as life goes on, obviously, is you want to try and slow down as much time as you can with people. Less is more. Exactly.
Less is more.
Exactly.
Simple is good. Minimalism is good.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity is good.
How long are we going with this one?
That's my big thing.
Okay.
Okay. So we had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
I was literally just driving home, and I was like, you know, I wonder how he would respond to these. So I just wanted to ask you and see how you felt. But
no, we had a good time. It was my biggest hurdle that week was just getting to the beach chair. I mean, and that's my complaint. Like, oh well, so be it. Like, I'm on the beach for a few hours. Like, it's okay. Yeah. We got it. It was a good trip all in all, I think. I
think all the boys helped too. You know, running up to the room to grab stuff. You know, going and grabbing food, going and grabbing drinks. Like, we had a lot of help, and it was awesome. So, but I mean, the good news is we got back, and a week later you had your follow-up. Yeah, so that's where we're at with this. Do you want to update us on where we're at? You're moving. Yeah, so I'm allowed to walk, obviously, without my brace, without crutches. First day was actually back in the gym today, so that felt good. We're at like week 4 of physical therapy, so we're really putting in some hours there. Are we 7 weeks post-op?
7 weeks post-op. Yeah, next week is 8 weeks.
We're at almost 7 weeks.
Yeah. Tomorrow. I think, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 7 weeks post-op. So, yeah, week 6 was our open day, basically, to drop the crutches, drop the brace. When we heard that from Dr. Porter, it was very scary to hear, because I thought it was going to be like slight walking you're allowed to do kind of thing, but it was full go. So it took a few days to actually emotionally be ready to walk, and then emotionally let go of the brace, emotionally let go of the crutches. Yeah. But it was also painful. So my foot hadn't touched the ground in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was weird, because it felt, I mean, we're getting deep into it, but it was like the nerve endings were coming back to my foot. But it was like when your foot goes dead, you feel those needles kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was like amplified times that. It was weird to feel sensation back in my foot again. And then I got to walk in, and my calf was sore. So it is, I mean, I could complain for a while, but I mean, I am so happy to be walking again.
Like a baby deer learning to walk again, walk for the first time.
Yeah. But you can also follow this more on Recovery to the Road.
Oh, gosh.
On my YouTube channel over there. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're up and moving.
Yeah.
How long until you can like jog, do you think?
Oh geez, I have no idea.
Are you looking at like 6 months?
Yeah, I think so. I think probably at that 5-6 month mark is a slight jog.
So you're almost halfway there.
I know. I'm a third of the way there. I thought about like how far along I am, but it's been a process, but it feels like it's going really well. And I think the team that I'm working with at my physical therapy, they agree that I'm further along than I should be. So I am happy to hear that. I'm happy to know that things are going correctly.
Yeah.
So it feels good.
Yeah, I feel like
not pain-free, but it feels good.
Well, a little pain's good for you.
Yeah.
Keeps you honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had an eventful week, you know, with your follow-up and my follow-up, and actually,
what's your follow-up?
So it's been, so I was diagnosed March 3rd, 2023. Everything started with my liver in October 2022, but I was officially diagnosed March 3rd, 2023. So I just had my 2-year annual follow-up, did all the labs, did all the scans, did all the tests, everything that they've done we've done it. This is our 4th time. So I've been going, because I started with her in February of 2023. And then I went in August, and then I went in April, and now this is my 2 years. So this is my 4th appointment with them, 4th biannual appointment. And all my labs, all my tests, all my scans, all my fibro, everything came back within what they call acceptable ranges, which would be like his liver. So essentially my liver has repaired itself to where I'm back at a point of being quote unquote normal. Yeah. I'm not normal. So probably the best
news. You also got the compliment of being what is the poster child.
I'm the poster child for liver disease recovery. Because
you did put in a little bit of time, you put a little bit of effort, you did what you were supposed to be doing, and you were able to change your habits and your ways, and able to change your body.
Yeah, it's been a long road. I'm actually working on putting weight on now, which Cancun helped with. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. So yeah, I mean, it's the best news that we could have gotten. I officially am in what they call full remission, which means I only have to go every 2 to 3 years, unless I start to feel those same issues again, which I don't see happening unless I revert back to old habits, which I won't do. So best news we could have gotten. We're super excited. Yeah. And it's nice to not have to go and be poked and prodded every 4 to 6 months anymore. Yeah. Because I hate doctors. Not my thing. So yeah, that's good. So we've had an eventful week of all good news, I feel like. And then our daughter has her surgery follow-up next week. Okay. So we find out next week so she broke her arm, both bones in her arm and both growth plates. So she had to have 2 different surgeries to put everything back in place. But we find out next week if there is permanent damage to her growth plate. So another big medical update that we're waiting on, I guess. But we're just going to keep chugging along because that's what we do. Right?
I agree.
Okay, what else were we talking about today? Accountability update. I'm going to let you go first. I know you just went back to the gym today, so that's kind of hard, but...
I mean, my big days, I know you may or may not think, some people may agree with you, but that physical therapy...
I agree with you.
Physical therapy may or may not count as a gym exercise or like a gym trip, but they kick my butt. I'm there for a good hour and a half. So this is actually today was my first trip by myself, doing my own regimen. I mean, I have a workout that they gave me kind of thing, and it was good, like to go drive again. I mean, we didn't mention that. I get to drive.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
So I get to drive again. I got to drive myself to the gym. So I got to go sit in the sauna, had a good 5-6 minutes by myself in there before I was interrupted by
me.
Phone calls and stuff. But no, I got to go sit in there for a little bit, got to have a nice workout by myself. It was good to get back, good to get a routine going again. So accountability has, I could have started maybe earlier, but we're there. So I'm happy with where I'm at.
It's kind of hard for you because it's not like you can do everything and actually work out. Yeah. So
I'm limited, but there's still things I can do. So
you can do squats and stuff though, right?
Yeah.
Slowly.
I
think you should be
mini squats.
Can I be your spotter?
Yeah, sure. Every day you're my spotter.
Yes.
Thank you. And you?
Obviously the week I was in Cancun was a little rough. Mm-hmm. I did not work out at all, which I was feeling it by day 4. I started feeling a little bit like crap. And with us eating nonstop, I feel like I kind of didn't do myself any favors, but my plan was when we got back to jump right back in the gym, but we got a little bit, totally an excuse. We got a little bombarded with work when we got back. So now that we're caught up, I'm back in the gym.
Yeah.
But
feels like we are just now getting back into our routine.
It took a week for us to get back
catch up and whatnot. Yeah, because we're right back into doctor's appointments right away. It was kind of good thing. So there was things going on, but
and I'm one of those that mentally, if I'm not there mentally, everything else is messed. And so I did my blood work, my labs before we went to Cancun, and then I did all my scans and everything after. So there's 2 different like liver, I don't know what they call them, fibro something that they do. I did those after. So I was stressing a little bit about, hey, I did drink, which I hadn't drank in 2 years. I was eating like crap. I put on a couple pounds while we were in Cancun.
Your 2 weeks leading up to your test were not your best 2 weeks in the last
like they were my worst 2 weeks in the last 2 years. They were easily my worst 2 weeks of diet, exercise, and alcohol, right?
Unfortunate timing, but...
Yeah, but I was also, we get one life. I wasn't going to go to Cancun and not fully enjoy myself, which I did. So, I think I was just mentally blocked a little bit. And when that happens, I tend to spiral and everything kind of gets out of whack. Yeah. So now that I know I'm okay and that I didn't reverse myself in the last 2 weeks, I'm good. I needed to get through that. So, and that was, what's today? Wednesday? That was Monday. Yep. So kids come home in like 5 minutes and I think I'm going to take off and go to the gym. So.
There you go.
Good timing. So yeah, no, it's been slow moving, but I'll get back in the gym this week. I'm not worried about it. Everybody falters a little bit here and there, but yeah. And then my last accountability is I have been doing all my daily devos. I joined a women's Bible study group. I am the youngest in the Bible study group by at least 25 years. So it's a little weird, but I like all the ladies in it, and they've already given me more resources than what I had prior. So I'm going to do the Bible, for those that are religious-based, I'm doing the Bible in a year, which I started on February 17th. So I'll kind of keep everybody updated on where I'm at with that. But the bigger news is I officially set a date for baptism, which I knew I said I was going to wait. I don't really know what urged me to do it, but I clicked the button and I scheduled it, and there's no turning back. So here we are.
There you go.
So that will be on Mother's Day this year. I will officially be baptized, and I'm excited.
As you should be.
That's my next step, and I'm excited. So I have a lot of work to do before then, but I figured it's 3 months out, so that's enough time.
Yeah. Well, it's about when you feel comfortable, and there's a reason why you clicked it when you clicked it, and your journey is not just this last couple months. It's been also your years prior, and these next few months in the present. So I mean, you're gonna grow in these next few months. Obviously, you already have in these last few months. So it's cool to see from my perspective, but you've been putting in a lot of time in yourself and then also your spiritual journey. So there's a reason why you clicked it when you clicked it. There didn't ever have to be a date set until you were ready, and that seems to be when you're going to be ready.
I think I was already ready last year.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to jump full into things that I do, and I didn't want it to just be something that I jumped into without thinking and sleeping on it and, really taking some time. And it's, I think the biggest thing today is, and this goes for everything, gym, dieting, spirituality, everything. No one's journey is linear. You're not always constantly getting better, and there's a lot of this, but if you keep taking those little small steps to move yourself forward, that line goes like this, and you eventually are a better person, which, I'm not perfect by any means, but just taking those little steps. And, we have summer camp this summer, and there will be, I still have not been able to pray out loud. That's still something I struggle with. I do it in my head all the time. Me and God have great conversations in my head, but I have a really hard time putting it out there. And I think it's this weird, and I don't care what people think, but it's this weird, I sound stupid because it doesn't sound like the way other people pray. So it's just getting over that. And that's my next step, is I have to be able to pray out loud to be able to move forward with this journey. So, and with the summer camps with the kids, because
that's the only time that you care what other people are listening to.
It really is. It's such a bizarre thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Funny. I don't know.
We all have our thing.
But I don't, maybe it's because I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my fellow followers.
You're not embarrassing yourself, and nobody's watching you.
I know. It's so weird. I'm weird.
Everybody's on their own journey.
It's fine. So that's pretty much it. I don't have any other updates for this one, but it's been kind of a weird couple weeks, but we'll get back on track. It's been kind of slow on the real estate. Not a lot. We usually have a few flips going on at a time, but we haven't had one for a few months, or for about 7 weeks. So, but it'll pick up. It always does. There's always a lull right before things hit the fan. So
just know, it's like the letter W.
I'm scared.
There's more ups and downs. So to get those W's, you got to get through those downs.
Oh my God. How long have you been working on that?
I don't know. I thought about that one.
You're ridiculous.
Why you got to hate on it? But we all have our ups. We all have those downs. So just keep chugging along and working towards those W's.
We're all just doing the best we can.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. All right. You want me to sign us off?
Go for it.
Thanks for joining our TNT podcast. We hope today's episode sparked some inspiration. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave us a review. We would love to hear how you're igniting your life. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.